we are going to be reviewing each of the Wingfeather Saga books, and I'll tell you the good things and bad things about each one, spoiler free. Number 1, we have On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness. This is book 1. What I really like about On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness for me personally is that it's nostalgic. But even if you have not read On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness before, you'll catch little foreshadowing moments that you kind of put in the back of your head. And then when you read the other books, specifically The Monster in the Hollows and The Warden and the Wolf King, you'll notice little connections and twinges that are added into book 1. We also see a lot of Janer's kind of raw character development. It's like the very beginning where he's basically a selfish little brat and he doesn't know what to do with his emotions. So it's a great starting point to see Janer's character. One thing I don't like about On the Edge of the Dark Sea of Darkness is that it's slow. So a lot of people get turned off by the Wingfeather Saga just because when they read book 1, it's very, very slow paced. What I like to say is a whole lot of nothing happens for a good chunk of the book. Number 2, we have North or B.E.N., book 2 of the Wingfeather Saga. What I love about Nobi is that it kind of makes you sit with the characters and experience what they're going through, specifically Janer and Calmar when they're going through their different things and their different issues and problems. It's very nice to kind of be able to sit with the character, almost bittersweet. It also does not hold back on violence and really showing you the horrific things that each of the characters went through. It doesn't hold back, which is good in my opinion. One thing that kind of confuses me about Nobi is that it goes very much back and forth between Janer being very selfish still and also him being extremely heroic. While these aren't necessarily bad things, what I wish they kind of did was show more of a smooth transition between him being heroic while at the same time also being more selfish. The other books do a great job at kind of easing into this, but North or B.E.N. is focusing so much on other stuff. I think it's a little bit like, whew. Number 3, The Monster in the Hollows. This book is one of my favorites. There's so many things I could say good about it. One thing I really like about it is it kind of shows us Janer, Cal, and Laylee kind of having a normal-esque life as much as they can. I mean, considering they're Janer, Calmar, and Laylee. But showing them kind of experiencing things that other people experience, I think is a great aspect of it. It shows them in more of a relatable sense. One thing I don't like as much, it's a small detail, but Nia's character kind of gets a little skewed and we don't really see her very much being there for her kids as much. Number 4, we have The Warden and the Wolf King, my favorite book. There's a gajillion million things to say about this book, but my favorite part of the book is that it really focuses on each of their journeys with God and kind of focusing on how God affects their lives. Beautiful, bittersweet, best literature I've ever read. One small little thing I have about The Warden and the Wolf King is that the pacing is a little bit off in terms of going between Sarah and Janer and Calmar's story, but it's beautiful. Mwah.